Hey, buddy. So, I've actually been playing a lot lately called Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. To be honest, I don't have like the correct equipment to like hook up my Switch to here. I'm sure maybe we'll just overthink this, but basically, I don't have the equipment to like do that. So I can give just like my view of like the game so far. I haven't fully completed yet, but yeah, actually, a great game so far. Especially since it seems like it just definitely involves a lot of like the past games being built into this like expansive world. In fact, I guess it's one of those like played as well game because yeah, it's definitely an expansive world. A world, the high world this takes place in across deserts. And so like I knew at least some of cities within this game is going to zeros. I don't hear those since I played Ocarina of Time, but only on like the I give it a little bit of the original 64 version. I'm not sure if I fully completed that version, but I know about the Zeros and all. So I'm not sure if I played a game where I ran to the Ritos. Did I? I think I played a little bit of Skyward Sword. But anyways, this definitely is around the Skyward Sword timeline because Ganon definitely looks a whole lot different than previous Ganons, and I think the Ganon I'm talking about, and like this one, definitely is more like the Skyward Sword Ganon, so it's definitely within that timeline because apparently there's like multiple timelines that deviates from like a couple or something. But anyways, and this is the Skyward Sword timeline, whatever that one is called. But again, yeah, I could look it up. Actually, it's official. Like there's an official Zelda guy talking about this, but I forgot what the timeline is called. But basically, it's the Skyward Sword timeline where this takes place. It takes place, especially the owl guy remembering you as well. That, in fact, that's what I find interesting is that 100 years and I guess they must have put some amnesia spell on him because he literally just like forgot everything. I mean, you would think they would just place him in some sort of like uh, cryogenic freezing state or whatever, where it's like you still hold all your memories from that time period. You just are frozen basically. Like even Fry in Futurama, he was placed in that state. I mean, he kind of like fell into one by accident because he was just delivering pizza, and then voila, he 100. Wait, that was 1,000 years later. Just like hey, but yeah. So, um, but yeah. Anyways, besides that, local way of life, then they just do whatever their society's version of. I'm sure it explains in the game about all this, but at the same time, I'm just like, if you guys search an advanced society, why didn't you just place them in some sort of cryogenic freezing instead of getting amnesia and completely like forgetting about like whatever everything? Like he has to be given like basically a photo album, say, hey, how about go to this place and go to that place, so you can reignite your memories and stuff. But yeah, whatever. Anyways, but yeah, fun stuff though. Great areas to like explore and stuff. I just hate the whole stamina meter thing. Like I don't know why whoever came up with that. I don't. I just want to have fun during the game. Like I know I like a little bit of strategy in games. I don't mind a little bit, but my gosh, trying to like time out all like the stamina things and like trying to go from like simple just to get like even more stamina. So, I don't know. I really think they should just do away with that meter. But yeah, again, that's just me. I just want to go into another world and like escape for a bit. Like I don't mind. Again, I don't mind a little bit of strategy. Like I play Assassin's Creed games and all, and there's a timing and rhythm strategy to that game series as well. And I know it's definitely entirely different, but still at the same time, just line up a bit about that. That'd be great. But anyways, that's just me. That's just me. But yeah, again, great game stuff. Beautiful, definitely beautiful. All the cliffs and mountain ranges, and like how each society, definitely lives within their own zone. It definitely makes sense of where they are. Like the Ritos definitely live very high since they're bird people. The Kodaks live in like a forest, so they definitely take elements of the forest and use it as their own clothing. But even I don't know what the heck they really look like because all of them are like wearing masks. So definitely very tribal society with how they live and like the Grottos with their desert thing. So in fact, I almost feel like this represents some like elements of Earth, of like actual Earth as well, because like the Grottos represent like this desert society. You have Ritos, definitely more of like the northern peoples, like the Sumi and the Inuit and stuff, that kind of thing. And yeah, again, I know those are different sides, but at the same time, those kind of people live where you got the Hellions, which I mean, I know it was like 100 years of like being in such like a state, but I don't know, man. You think they would find some way to at least somewhat recover and not have like only what did I count, like 10 or 50 people or something? And I was like, is it? I mean, I guess you have that even going around. I guess there's that, but at the same time, though, even in the game, it seems like there's always like a space between when the Hyrule is saved and stuff. So even they were aware of this. Everybody seems to be aware of this. Um, Even though it's kind of by how like all people aware of Zero Link, but it's like everybody is like surprised and think he's just the descendant of that Link, and that some people I guess forget that he was like basically put on amnesia into a cave, basically. So yeah, I find that interesting. Like entire society remembers and like forgets you at the same time, but then again, I think it's also realistic because some people even today like forget like past heroes and stuff. So maybe that's, I guess, akin to that a bit. So, anyways, that's not a complaint. I just like noticed that in the game of like, some people like think he's like a descendant for some odd reason, even though I'm sure they've heard from like their past parents and grandparents, they passed along the story after like a century, like, hey, got prayed onto this and it's a spell, and then here it is. But it's kind of interesting, but yeah, with that whole thing, especially putting such an advanced, like you would think they would still be advanced, but I don't know. It seems like those machines like went a little nuts and destroyed everything, something like that. I know that again it was involved in destroying, but I don't know. I feel like there's other elements there that I'm missing, because I know there's like some like insanely strong creatures, like some of the rock creatures are. I don't know. I feel like they're useful at the same time, man. They're freaking pain in the ass, so I just tend to skip them a lot. I'm just like just walking through this mountain range or whatever. But anyways, um, again, besides those complaints, it's actually really fun game and stuff. But yeah, you definitely, unlike the blight cannons they're called, or yeah, you definitely really need to get with your time, especially on the Thunderbolt one, where like he throws Thunderbolts, because apparently there's a way to defeat him easily in the second stage, but I've yet to do that. Yeah, I mean, I've been trying, lifting those metal balls thing, but it takes a while, to say. Or I guess you harness it with that, and then yeah, just timing with that. Anyways, great game so far. So taking it down.